Hello, this is Christina Etheridge with leadsandleverage.com, and I am on live with you guys again. I love Facebook live stream. I love that I didn't check my, I checked my teeth for lipstick. I love that I can engage with you and talk with you and answer your questions and get to know you better. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you're watching this in replay, make sure you subscribe so that you get notified of future live streams. And if you are watching me live, I would love it if you would comment so that I can see who you are and see your questions. So just comment. I think it's to the side or the bottom. I don't know where it is for you, but definitely comment. So I actually am in the middle of recording a video for you guys about blogging strategy. And I'm blogging, I was doing it and then I stopped and I was thinking about some stuff and I thought, I wonder how many agents have a blogging strategy. And if you do blog, do you have a strategy? And if you don't blog, are you confused about strategy? All that kind of stuff. So I was really kind of, wondering if you guys have a blogging strategy and if you'd be willing to share what your strategy is with me. Now, I know with Facebook live stream, it takes about 12 to 15 minutes for you guys to be notified and to hop on. It takes a while, so I need to talk for a little bit. So I'm going to share a little bit about some blogging strategies that I see. In fact, someone I know said that they were in a class recently. I'm not going to do any details, but said that they were in a class recently, and it was a pretty high level class for real estate agents, and they were being taught how to steal meta tags from competitors' sites and to use those to leverage their site. And I thought, what a waste of time to do that. I mean, I understand the SEO and I understand that, but what a waste of time, because if you focus only on meta tags, there are a lot of things that won't get you any results for what you really want. And you want people at the closing table. And so this whole stealing meta tags to get your site to rank higher, or to write like a post a day, just real short posts every single day, those things, they can help get you up there. We know that they can on the search engine rankings, but what they won't do is they won't help you build a relationship to the people coming to your site. In fact, they won't actually read anything that you've written. They won't actually find value in anything that you have. So what's going to happen if you adopt that strategy of let's write a whole bunch of short posts, or let's steal people's meta tags or things like that? If you adopt that strategy, what's going to happen, you're going to get a lot of traffic, possibly, if you're consistent with it. However, you're going to have an insanely high bounce rate. And the average real estate website, the average real estate website has a bounce rate of over 70%. Here's what that means. It means that out of all the traffic, out of 100 people that land on your website, 70 of them leave right away. That's what that means. And most sites are in the 80s to 90%. It's horrendous. Google flat out said that anything over a 40% bounce rate means to them that the website is irrelevant, that the website is not giving value. So if you adopt those strategies or those blog a day, or just to try and get in search engines, it's not gonna give you what you want, which is, I'm assuming, closings. So you've got to adopt the mindset of, oh, okay, I want to build a relationship with people. I want people to find value in what I'm giving to them. But then when we adopt that mindset, we're still kind of unsure what that is. What does that mean? We still think in terms of, let's blog about our listings, or let's make sure we have IDX on there, which you do need these. You need IDX on there. Or let's blog hyperlocal about all the events that are happening. But what we miss is we miss understanding who our prospect is and what their problems are. So we need to know who our prospect is. Is it a buyer or a seller? Are they a first-time buyer? Are they a vacation home buyer? Are they a seller downsizing? What kind of seller they are? So we need to know who they are, and then we need to understand what their real problems are. Let's be frank. Okay, guys, their problem is not establishing their home value. And here's why it's not a problem. Zillow. I know what you're thinking. Zestimates are wrong. Well, yes, we know that they're inaccurate, but the consumer doesn't. And this consumer is not going to believe anything you say about that Zestimate until they trust you. And the only way they're going to be able to trust you is if you have been giving them value and answers that are proven to be true over time. That's it. If you want the general public to believe you when you say, you know what, you just don't even look at this estimate, it's a joke, it's too low, it's too high, it's never accurate. If you want them to hear you and treasure that and actually take action on it and say, okay, then what's your value? What's the CMA? What is my real value? If you want them to believe you and follow your lead, you got to give them a reason to trust you. And telling them that that is not accurate isn't a reason to trust you. You need to be giving them value. You need to be helping them along the journey. If you teach them how to value their home, you know, there are all kinds, if you're a real estate agent, not all real estate agents actually know how to value homes. And I'm not talking appraisal values. I mean, they don't know all the things to involve, which is why they fail so miserably when we're in an appreciating market and when we're in a depreciating market. It's kind of easy in a stable market because it's easy. You don't have to account for appreciation, depreciation. You don't have to account for an increase in demand or a decrease in demand. You don't have to account for the fact that, you know, if it's a stable market, you don't actually have to account for the fact that just because you have closed sales in the last 3 months, you don't have to go, oh, but those were actually transactions written 5 and 6 months ago. So you don't have to account for that in a stable market. If you're not really good at pricing, you forget those things. You forget the difference and being able to see where the market's going in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days. That's all part of knowing how to price. And if you teach your consumers through blogging these little tricks, not tricks, but things that you've learned, they begin to trust you and go, oh, they know what they're talking about. And so when you tell them that their estimate is wrong, they'll believe you. So when I'm going back to the whole blogging strategy is we want to blog with the idea of giving value, to instruct, to educate, to same thing, to help them on their journey. When we're trying tactics that are meant to get us a ranking in the search engine, they'll actually fail us the next time the algorithm changes. So what I'd like to know from you guys, I know we've viewers popping in and out, what I'd really like to know from you guys is, you know, what strategy have you been using? What strategy, maybe you haven't been using it, have you heard about? If you guys would share with me maybe some strategies that you've heard about, or maybe a strategy that you've heard an instructor teach you, or you've seen other people do, or that you've tried, whether it worked or it didn't. What are some of those strategies that are out there in the world of blogging that are just out there? So I know it's a little early. Probably some of you guys are not fully in here yet. It's a little early. It usually takes about 12 to 15 minutes, and I'm only at 8.5 for this. But that's kind of where I was going with this. So if you're watching this in replay, I would love it if you would put the comment below and let me know. I really want to know, because I want to know what you have struggled with in this, or what you've heard or seen, or what sounded good but didn't seem to hold true, you know, things like that, anything around that range. So I'm actually going to, since nobody's really commenting right now and I know it's early, I'm going to sign off and finish creating the training video for you guys that I'm creating on blogging strategy. I'm going to finish creating that. I just wanted to kind of engage with you a little bit, see where you stand, see what you've learned. I'm going to finish creating that. So please put your comments either below or beside, I don't know, depending on how you're looking at the video, and let me know. And I want to help you guys. So have a fabulous afternoon, and I will see you on the next live stream.